Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do something kind of fun. We're going to talk about the top 10 affordable errors. Well, right now I'm going to do like a vintage video, but the next one we'll do like a modern cards error video because there's just too many. And even though the top 10, there's several honorable mentions, I couldn't keep it under 10. So these are going to be cards that are a little more affordable, and everything is going to be under 10 bucks. I mean, most of them are like $1 or $2. Like, they're really easy to find, but I bet you they're ones that you haven't heard of before. And that's what I was kind of going for here, is cards that maybe people aren't too familiar with, and some of them are really funny. So let's get started.
First one on the list is Gene Woodling. This is from the 1954 Bowman set, going back a ways. Card number 209. This is a reverse negative. It's the earliest one I know of. I'm not going to go on the record and say it's the earliest one, but you can look at his logo on his chest and see that it's a reverse negative. So pretty cool one. Back in the day, they didn't really correct them, but you know, reverse negatives are just something that's always been around, even with different technologies of, you know, when they're making cards. Next one is card number 225 in the 1960 Topps set. Bill Rigney. This is the coach card. So he's coach of the Giants. And on the front it says Bill Rigney, manager San Francisco. But on the back it says Bill Rigney, manager New York Giants. Well, they had come over from New York to San Francisco just a couple years before, but Topps didn't catch that, putting the wrong team on there. And that one was also not corrected. Just a couple bucks on that card. The Gene Woodling, the one before that, has about a $12 high book value, but it's not getting that much. And then next one is 561. That's from the 1964 Topps set of the Rookie Stars.
This is my new favorite error card. I think it's hilarious. On the back it says that the 19-year-old pitcher is just 18. I think it's hilarious. Whenever I read that, I just crack up. That's an error that somehow slipped by Topps quality control and was never corrected. The card does have a $20 high book value, but I picked it up for around $6.
Now this next error is a cool one, kind of for all the wrong reasons. Card number 447 of the 1966 Topps set, Dick Ellsworth. Well, if you look at the picture there, you do not see Dick Ellsworth, you see someone else. That is a picture of Kenny Hubbs. He's been on this list a couple times. This is a huge error, putting the wrong player on there. But for the sad reason, Kenny Hubbs was killed in a plane accident a couple years before. And you can imagine people pulling this card out of packs, seeing a baseball player who had died a couple years before. So really sad. Topps didn't catch it, didn't correct it. Has about a $15 high book value, but honestly, you can probably get that for just a few bucks as well. Moving on here. From the 67 Topps set, we have Wade Blasingame, card number 119. Now on the back, it has his stats listed, and after 62, he had stats for 1923. Well, that was before he was born, so that's obviously not correct. So they had the wrong year on there, and that's kind of a funny one. They did not come back and correct that. Next one is card number 417, Bob Bruce. This one was corrected. Card number 417 on the back. Right under his name it says Atlanta Braves, but they misspelt Braves. It says RBAVES. So they got the R and the B mixed up. Like I said, they did come back and correct that. Not a whole lot of money. I mean, I picked that up for just a couple bucks on eBay as well. The next one is card number 209, 1969 Topps, a catcher, Larry Haney.
Now this is a reverse negative, and I love these cards. So the funny thing about this is in the previous year in 68, the Larry Haney card was corrected. And they didn't catch that when they used the same picture in 69. Same picture, but reversed. So they never corrected this error, but it's really inexpensive. Comes in about $1.50. You can pick this up.
Card number 319 from the 1969 Topps set, Ken McMullen. This one I like. This was not corrected. This man is a third baseman, but if you look on the back where it has his stats, something's not quite right. They don't all line up because the stat headers are for a pitcher, and he is not a pitcher, he's a batter. So kind of a funny one. Topps did not catch that one either and did not correct it. Car's not worth anything, maybe a couple bucks on eBay. Moving on, 653 of the same 69 Topps set, Aurelio Rodriguez. Now this one is probably one you've seen before on error lists. There is a young Aurelio Rodriguez shown there in the picture. But that's not him. That's a different player, Leonard Garcia. Well, it's not a player at all. He's a bad boy. And he got his picture taken, got put on the card, and Topps didn't realize it. So that one was never corrected and just coming in at a couple bucks. In card number 80, 1973 Topps recent Hall of Fame inductee Tony Oliva, they misspelled Minnseota. Take a look. It says Minnseota. Probably a card that's going up in value, being as it's a Hall of Famer, but not worth much money. And it was not corrected, so you're getting these all day for just like $3 on eBay. And card number 6 from the 1981 Fleer set, Steve Carlton.
All right, the Steve Carlton, there's a few things going on with the different variations where it says Steve Carlton, the golden arm or something like that. But on the back, I really like this error where it says he played in 1066. Well, it should have been 1966. He's not that old. He did not play in 1066. He didn't play catch with like Henry V or something. But they did come back and correct that where it should be 1966.
Moving on, card number 63 of the 1982 Fleer set. This is Lee Smith. This is his rookie. They made an error on this where the back of the card has the Cubs logo and it's upside down. If you're not looking for it, it's easy to miss. They did come back and correct that one. They're both worth about $2. All right, moving on here. Card number 436 of the same 1982 Fleer set.
Al Hrabosky. Now, this card has a few things going on with it. So it has 5'1" on his height, and that's not correct. He's 5'11". The funny thing is they also did this in the 1981 card of his. And then there's another issue going on, another variation in the 82, where it says Al Hrabosky on the back. They put an extra L in his name. So poor guy, 3 different variations of this card. The cool thing is you can get them all for about $2 a piece.
And from 1981 Donruss, we got the card number 71, Bobby Bonds.
Now, Bobby Bonds had to make the list here. I couldn't leave him off. On the back of the card on this one, I love it. It says his lifetime home runs was 986 home runs up to that time. And, well, that was obviously a mistake. It should only be 326, and they did correct that. So he was a good home run hitter, but not lifetime 986. He'd be the all-time home runs leader, and obviously that was a mistake. I love this card for the irony that his son, Barry Bonds, of course, went on to be the home runs leader. Almost like Donruss knew something that he was going to be the all-time home runs leader. So I just think that's kind of ironic, and I love this card. It's got to be part of your collection.
And from the 1985 Topps set, Gary Pettis, card number 497. We got a young-looking Gary Pettis there with a finger under his chin, posing for a picture. But that's not him. That's his younger brother, Lynn. He's not a baseball player, but he was practicing with his brother and the rest of the team. And a photographer took his picture, thinking it was Gary Pettis, and it was his brother all along. And it was never corrected. So he saw his card come out with his younger brother on there. He was probably pretty upset. I don't actually know. And that one was never corrected and worth less than $1. Next one is 424 of the 1985 Donruss set, Tom Seaver. This is going to round out our list here. The error is actually more common than the corrected. The corrected is a little more valuable. The error shows Floyd Bannister pictured. That's not Tom Seaver, obviously. They did come back and correct that, but it was kind of late, so that corrected version is worth a little more. Still, we're talking like $2 each, so not really much value. Very easy to find on eBay.
And that's all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed that list. Don't miss the next one. It has some modern cards in it, and they're going to be really funny. There are going to be some funny ones in there, so make sure you don't miss that. I hope you're liking and subscribing. Also, check out grunttalksmlb.com. He's got some cool stuff on there. He has recently partnered with and hired Billy Martin. I forgot his name. Billy Martin Jr. And yes, that's son of the famous Billy Martin. So check him out when you get a chance. He's got some cool stuff, interviews, obviously all sports related stuff over there. Check him out when you get a chance. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.